Lake Placid. Lake Placid is a movie from 1999. It's a monster movie. It's about a giant crocodile. Stars Betty White. Well, to be honest, Betty White's like a supporting character in here, but I think she's hilarious and she steals the show. So this is her movie, and this review is my tribute to Betty White on her 100th birthday. Is it a good movie? Not really. It's okay. It's a monster movie. It builds up kind of like, Jaws, where they don't show the monster at first, but you see little glimpses of it, and they build up to it at the end, and you finally get to see the monster. I mean, it's CGI for the most part. Giant CGI crocodile. There must have been some actual physical props made of this giant crocodile. And they look pretty good. As a matter of fact, way better than the CGI. But anytime the thing is moving or, intense action, it's going by so fast and it's CGI, and it's like, I guess the CGI is on the level of like The Haunting. No, it's way better than that. This movie stars Bill Pullman as the local fish and game warden. Bill Pullman, of course, he was the president, right? Independence Day. He was also in Serpent in the Rainbow, and I think he got turned into a zombie at the end of that. I can't remember. I've got to go back and watch that one. Anyway, Bill Pullman's been in like everything, and he's just like a normal guy. He's not a super expressive actor. He plays it pretty straight for most of the movies he's in, this one included. But the problem in this one is like, has this kind of look on his face like, just doesn't give a shit that he's even there at all. Let's get this over with. Give me my 6-figure paycheck. Bridget Fonda is the female lead in this, and arguably the main character, since really we get more scenes with her in it than anybody else. Bridget Fonda, in case you don't know, is the daughter of Peter Fonda, also the niece of Jane Fonda, and the granddaughter of the legendary Henry Fonda. So, she grew up in show business, pretty much. And she's actually quite good in this movie, but I just hated her character. She's a fine actress. She's funny, she's charming, but she just comes off as, like, in this movie, as such a selfish bitch in this movie, and she just insults everybody around her and thinks everybody's beneath her, and she's like the snooty, like, museum expert that comes out to investigate the case of this giant crocodile, or what appears to be a crocodile, in a lake in Maine. I mean, don't get me wrong, Bridget Fonda is beautiful, and I kind of wonder why we never see her anymore, but I just did not like her character at all in this movie. Then as the local sheriff, we get Brendan Gleeson. You know this guy, right? Mad-Eye Moody. Brendan Gleeson is an Irish actor, and he's playing a typical American heavy-set sheriff, because like you always get heavy-set sheriff in every small-town U.S. I really feel bad for his character in this, because everybody's just like talking shit to him and like disobeying him. I mean, he's the sheriff, and like he's always getting caught in these traps that one of the other characters makes, and everybody's laughing at him the whole time. But I mean, that guy's in there risking his life, and at the beginning of the movie, he sees his friend like gets like bitten in half while scuba diving, and he pulls up the remainder of the body, which is still screaming, and like, but he doesn't even react, which is really weird. Like, I mean, he just kind of like, oh, he looks a little concerned, but I would be losing my mind, man. Like, and then later on, I mean, like I said, everybody's like laughing at him and stuff, and he puts his life in danger to save other people, and they're still laughing at him and making fun of him. What the hell? Show some respect for the Irish. Oh, and then also we get Oliver Platt plays like he's like this rich, super genius university professor, mythology professor or something like that, is just obsessed with crocodiles, and he comes in with a bunch of equipment and a helicopter to, hunt down this crocodile, and not to kill it, but to, to study it and swim with this crocodile and stuff. And, He's like the quirky millionaire character that's just like a pain in the ass. He's lame. Yeah, and then Betty White's like this local lady that lives on the lake, and she's the one that's actually like raising these crocodiles in this lake in northern Maine. I mean, this is Hollywood, so it's not actually shot in Maine. Spoiler alert. It's British Columbia. Because everything's shot in British Columbia. As a matter of fact, it's shot here on Vancouver Island, parts of it anyway, in a place called Shawnigan Lake, not too far from here. I mean, I could tell that 4 minutes into this movie that, hey, that really looks like British Columbia. Yeah, I mean, I've never been to Maine. I guess it can't look too much different, or they wouldn't try and fool you with British Columbia. Just goes to show you, wherever it's cheaper, wherever they get those tax breaks, go Hollywood. So, of course, I don't want to get too into the story because, like, it follows along the same lines as something like Anaconda. I mean, except Anaconda has, like, the criminal guy and the crazy guy that's, everybody's enemy or whatever. We don't get that in here. We don't get a villain. I guess the closest thing to that would be Betty White, and she's not really a villain. She's just trying to do what she does, and these people all come nosing around, and she doesn't want them to kill the crocodile, but she's no villain. Yeah, it's trying to be Jaws, it's trying to be Anaconda, and it's just trying to be its own thing, and it's trying to be funny, and it kind of half succeeds at most of that stuff. I don't think it's a terrible movie. I actually think it's quite entertaining. Again, mostly because of Betty White and some of the lines that she gets in here. It's just like foul mouth. Like, I won't even repeat him on this channel that like nobody watches. But yeah, it's not necessarily a cheap movie, nor is it like a super big budget movie. It's a monster movie, and it's fun. It's entertaining, and I'm gonna go ahead and give Lake Placid a B minus. Like, there's a few eye roll moments, like, of course they did it like that, but not too much. And the crocodile does look pretty cool, and a giant crocodile, it's believable, this story, but it's realistic in that, I mean, it's not a mutated crocodile, mutated by, like, space magic or anything. It's not a fire-breathing monster, it's just a crocodile, just a really big one. If you like monster movies, especially giant monster movies, you might like this. Have a good one.